don't want to sit by him today. I was just moving on down.
All right, Christine. All right. If you're ready, we'll ask for roll call, please.
All right. Chairman LaBiche,
Here.
Commissioner Avery absent, Commissioner Bell absent, Commissioner Berube,
Here.
Commissioner Crawford,
Present.
Commissioner Goodness,
Here.
Commissioner Javid,
Here.
Commissioner Macon is absent, and Commissioner Provo is absent, Commissioner Segee,
Here.
and Commissioner Templeton.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. The first item on our agenda is everyone was sent the meeting minutes from June 13th, 2022. So I'd ask now for any corrections or a motion to approve the minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes as written.
All right, second.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, minutes are approved. All right, we'll move into our regular meeting. The first file on our list is PZ 2022-242. It's a request for a certificate of appropriateness to paint a house. The applicant is Norella Reed, and the location is 2160 North Street. Staff?
Norella Reed, homeowner, is asking permission to paint the exterior of a structure at 2160 North Street using a blue body color, white trim color, and black accent color. The property owner had begun to paint the house without the benefit of an approved certificate of appropriateness. Staff recommends denial of the body color as it does not closely align with staff's approved color palette and approval of the trim and accent colors. Before you is a picture that was taken last Friday. So this is as the house as it stands. The pictures that were submitted, I did compare the two, and it does seem that when it was first painted, the blue did come out to, it seemed a brighter blue, but the sun does seem to have dulled that a little bit. The applicant is present.
All right, Ms. Reed, would you like to come forward? Sure. Please state your name and your address, just for our record when you come up, please.
All right, my name is Norella Reed, 2160 North Street, Beaumont, Texas, 77701.
And tell us about your house.
As she stated, the benefits and the love of technology. So yes, the cell phone photos that I sent initially, the picture was super bright. Not at all what that looks like. And so I did take additional photographs, and it does match more with what she's showing. And as far as that color goes, I did also bring examples of several other houses in the neighborhood with the same, similar, or brighter color than our color actually is, including one on Hazel Street behind us, a block behind us, is brighter than this blue. And just because cameras and technology are so helpful, I dipped this stick in the actual paint that is actually on the house. So this is what the actual in-person dried color looks like. And yes, and we are doing, as she said, did I hear you say they approved the black and the cream color in that?
It's recommended. They would be the ultimate.
Right. Yeah, so I have at least 5 examples of other homes in the neighborhood that have a similar or brighter color than this color. And it was actually a mistake in the photograph that auto brighten, thanks Google. And then I mistakenly uploaded those photos. I did go back and upload corrected photos that more closely align with the actual color, which is this.
All right. Anyone?
Please, 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 we're painting this house all by ourselves. I was up on scaffolding all by myself.
Anyone have any questions for Ms. Reed?
Can I see the pictures?
Which pictures?
The ones that you took for the neighborhood?
Certainly. Shall I bring?
And the stick, please, ma'am?
Sure. So I put the address on these comparisons.
You came ready, huh?
I sure did, sir. Like I said, me and my husband paid this house for a month. You see how we
I understand.
we couldn't afford to pay somebody to do it, so. And then my house, these are front and back. And
Come on,
back.
come on, can you bring them up?
I'm bringing.
Yeah, just, we're gonna pass it all that way.
Thank you.
I'm very familiar with the home.
I did that this morning.
So,
This is her house.
Everybody seen that?
Those are all the same. Is there some renovator that's going around painting all the same color, the brighter color? I wonder if it's the same person.
no, she said they color. Oh, you talking about the other house?
The other house.
The other houses, yeah.
Because it's basically what we did. We drove around and we're like, okay, this was. Because we didn't understand we had to do it.
Is probably a year and a half. One on Hazel is probably about 8 months since it's been blue. You guys just did yours. You finished it, what, about 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
Honestly, we're not completely finished. But yeah, we've been working on it most of the summer.
I live right behind you on,
You do?
well, yeah, on Hazel.
Any other questions for Ms. Reed?
Yes. Did you know you had to get a permit to paint it?
I did not. We didn't when we bought the house a year ago.
Who'd you buy it from? Well, not who, but you went through an agent.
Yes. And in closing, they told us about the historic districts. We
Yeah.
didn't get any paperwork. I'm coming from Houston, so I'm used to a neighborhood association where I have to pay dues and then I do what you tell me. So we didn't know that we had to have a certificate and that it was a city code type of thing.
Okay.
I come from neighborhood association homes,
Okay.
so I thought there was a difference.
Well, please, in the future, anything, fences, driveways, anything, please just come to the city first. Tell them what you're gonna do, and that makes it all easy.
And then our house wasn't, like the house next door to us has a historic marker.
Oh,
We
it's-
don't have a historic marker,
No.
so.
If you read his marker, it says on this date, nothing important's ever happened here.
Really? That greenhouse right there?
Yeah, the greenhouse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that what you're behind them?
No.
You're behind,
I'm on the north side.
oh, okay. Oh, see, now I'm gonna have to read it, cause I was like, well, they're the historic house, not us.
All right, well, thank you, Ms. Reed.
Thank you. So what happens?
We're gonna discuss it now.
Gotcha.
All right, I'll open it up for any discussion.
I think the house is fine. The color of the house is fine with me.
Quite frankly, I like the way the house looks also.
It looks very Williamsburg. Yeah,
I
that's what I
like
was
it.
thinking. I make a motion that we approve.
Okay.
And I would
Motion?
second that motion that we
We have a
approve.
motion and a second for approval of the paint color. All in favor?
Aye.
All
want-
opposed,
oh.
same sign?
You wanna go back and make the
Yeah.
the motion on exactly the PZ
Yes.
case number?
I make a motion that we approve the paint colors as revealed by the owner for PZ 2022-01 2422.
And I second that motion.
Great. All right. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Passes. Ms. Reed, you're good to go. Finish painting your house.
Finish it up.
And we do have a neighborhood association, but it's not something you have to join like in those
Yeah,
other
okay.
HOAs. It's by
Okay.
volunteer only.
Oh, do they send out notice?
We'll bring you,
You'd love to join. but we-
I will come by.
You're gonna,
he's our president.
and you haven't spoken. Mr. President.
My wife keeps telling me I need to come visit
Yeah,
you.
So where you go?
Listen to
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
So
you.
we're good to go big blue away from old yellow. Y'all are
Yep.
glad we went away from old yellow, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, have a good evening.
Our next file is PZ 2022-255. It's a request for a certificate of appropriateness to replace roof and paint a structure. Keisha Ridley is the applicant, and the address is 2385 Broad Street. Staff report, please.
The owner, Keisha Ridley, requests permission to replace the roof and paint the structure located at 2385 Broadway Street, also known as the Broadway Oaks Apartments. Currently, the roof appears to be dark gray in color with diamond-shaped shingles. The material of the roof appears to be made of tile, cement, or perhaps asphalt. She wishes to replace the roof with black architectural shingles. Additionally, Ms. Ridley requests to paint the brick of the structure classical white, the trim tricorn black, and the door rookwood red. Section 28.03.018 Historic Cultural Landmark Preservation Overlay District states that the brick surfaces not previously painted may not be painted unless the applicant establishes that the color and texture of the replacement brick cannot be matched with that of the existing brick surface, or that the painting is necessary to restore or preserve the brick itself. Staff recommends approval of the request to paint the trim, front door, and replace the roof with the following condition. The existing ridge and hip decorations must be repurposed to the new roof, or new materials for such must match decorative elements of the existing roof. Staff recommends denial of the request to paint the brick. Before you is a picture that was taken on Friday of the existing structure. This is a close-up of the roof to show the shingle shapes. And this is what she would like to paint the structure. So the classical white would be the body color, which would be the brick. The tricorn black would be the trim color, and rookwood red would be the door color. The applicant is present.
All right, any questions for staff? All right,
This roof looks like an asbestos tile and not a masonry product, so they might be concerned about tearing that off, and might have to get some kind of testing done on it.
yep, but I don't know what the makeup is of that, because I've seen it in a bunch of different ones, just like staff said. All right, Ms. Ridley, are you here? Okay, if you would, just state your name and your address for our record, please.
Keisha Ridley, 2385 Broadway.
All right, you want to tell us about your project?
Basically, just want to tear off the roof, put a new shingle roof on there, paint the white, paint the bricks over, and the trim and the door. That's basically it.
Is there a particular reason why you want to paint the brick?
We just wanted to bring it. It's look dull. I mean, just bring it to life.
Have you tried cleaning it?
No, we were gonna pressure wash
Pressure
it.
wash.
Color gray.
I didn't hear you.
Sorry?
We didn't
Is it-
catch what you said.
Wait one second, wait one second. I'll allow you to speak after Ms. Ridley, but I'll need your name and your address for our record too, please, sir. So if you could give your name and your address for our record.
Alice Brogdon, 162 Moore Road, Beaumont, Texas.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, we talked, you said pressure washing. What was the response to that?
We were gonna pressure wash it, but we decided to go ahead and just
repaint it. Paint over the brick.
If you pressure wash it, it might look good, look better.
We just like the colors that we were looking at. I actually thought they approved it upstairs, but
You know, you're gonna have to pressure wash it anyway to paint it.
right, yeah, yes, sir.
Um,
Our ordinances state now that you can't paint brick.
Right.
So so our ordinance says, you can't paint the brick unless the applicant establishes that the color and texture of the replacement brick cannot be matched with that of the existing brick surface, or that the painting is necessary to restore or preserve the brick. So it's not that it's not allowed, it just, there has to be a pressing reason.
Well, that's why I asked the question of why you wanted to paint the brick. Any other questions for the applicant? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll open this up for discussion.
So I guess my question would be, are the bricks deteriorating?
Are the bricks deteriorated?
I had to replace some of the ones on the right side of the building that are cracked. So I've already ordered new brick for it.
You know, sometimes you have someone coming in and they say, well, I want to paint the brick because I got so much water infiltration into the house that I got to stop the water infiltration. But it doesn't seem like that's the case here, and we've been pretty firm on sticking to not painting any brick in the historic district.
Well, upon purchase, the bricks are off at the time, so we had to take them off.
Yeah. Are you you're fixing the mortar and putting the brick back in, right?
Yes, sir.
The original brick?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, any other discussion? If not, I'll ask for a motion.
I motion to reject file PZ 202-22-242.
That's the wrong
Jake.
one.
Oh.
The entire thing, or do you wanna approve it as it's written here?
Just painting the brick.
Okay, then you wanna approve it, based on the staff recommendations?
I mean, deny, I'm sorry, I haven't slept. I motion to deny the request to paint the brick
Okay, and approval
of the trim and the door color.
And the roof.
in the roof?
The roof, yes, we can replace.
Okay.
Would you like for it to be with the conditions?
What's that?
Would you like for the approval of the roof to be with the conditions?
They've not submitted any shingles for approval yet. So yes, it would be, I would suggest that we'd make it on the condition that it is approved by staff. Is that okay?
Yes, that's it.
All right, and second?
I'm second it.
Okay. A motion and a second. Any other discussion? All right. Staff understand the motion? Okay. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, thank you. Our next request is PZ 2022-274. It's a request for a certificate of appropriateness to paint a house. The applicant is Chris Ellebrecht, and the location is 2226 Hazel Avenue. Staff?
I'll read off
One
the staff
second,
report
please, sir.
real quick. Okay. The homeowner, Chris Ellebrecht, requests permission to paint the exterior. That's not 2226 Hazel?
The one that they wanna paint green is Hazel.
Yeah, it's this one and this one right here. It's an older house.
Yeah. This is the Hazel house.
Okay. One moment, I'm sorry. Pulling up the street view.
Yeah, that's it right there.
That's down
I apologize. So I have the street view up now. The homeowner, Chris Ellebrick, requests permission to paint the exterior of the structure at 2226 Hazel Avenue. The proposed body color will be sweet grass, the trim color will be undersea, and the accent color will be twinkling lights. Paint swatch samples are located in your packet. Staff recommends approval of the request. So it's a little blurry, and I do apologize about getting the wrong house. So this is how it exists, and then I will bring up the paint examples that they would like.
If anybody'd like to see, I cross-referenced them to Sherwin-Williams, so the yellow tabs are those three colors. It looks a lot better, the actual swatches. And
Like kind of where I proposed to put the colors. Can you bring those swatches in?
yeah, could you bring those up, please? And just hand them to Commissioner Goodness, and she'll pass them down. All right, any questions for staff? All right, questions, Mr. Ridley, are you gonna come forward? I'm sorry, Elbrick. Ridley, I'm stuck on the last one. Just state your name and their address for the record.
Chris Ellerbrock, 2226 Hazel.
All right, you wanna just tell us about your project?
No, well, we just bought the house 6 years ago and we haven't painted it since we purchased, so we're looking to refresh all the paints. In pretty bad need of a paint job, so we're just trying to get the colors approved so we can get that project started as soon as possible.
Are you living in the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we purchased it about 6 years ago, been living since then.
All right, any questions?
No, I don't. Like it's gonna be a pretty big task.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I'll open it up for discussion.
Are there other houses similar in this green color?
So the approved palette, there are some that are, you know, of a green hue, but the approved color palette, it seemed to be relatively close. Their scheme, it just wasn't exact. So that's why we brought it here.
Would you guys be willing to change your trim color a little lighter?
Yeah, so we will change the trim color. Yes, sir.
So some of the colors you have, you can show them.
I can I have a palette upstairs if you would like to choose from them.
I think that commissioners just don't want to see it. Sometimes it looks good on paper, and then when you finish it, it looks real stripy looking, and it goes, oh man. They shouldn't have done that one. So I think that if you soften that a little bit and maybe go this. Yeah, it's very blue-green and not so much this green like the green that you pick for the body. So maybe something that's more on the green side and not so much the blue-green side.
Yeah, if they're okay with the trim color.
Yeah, if you're okay with that, and I think we can
Seal the deal.
leave that to staff for final approval. All right, I'll look for a motion.
I make a motion that we approve PZ 2022-255.
274.
274.
Yes,
Looking at the wrong one.
I second.
with the motion to change the trim color.
Yes.
All right, and
I
okay on
second.
the second. All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same side. All right, good news.
Just to clarify, if we choose one of the approved colors for the trim, we don't need to get recertified?
No, you don't have to come back through us at all. Get, close in the range of things. I think you'll be just fine.
That's a neat house.
Yeah, looking
Yeah,
forward
house
to
is
seeing
really
y'all with
cool.
the new
Good
paint
luck
job.
with that. Yeah. Cool design.
All right, our next item is a Historic District Code Enforcement Report.
July monthly report. There have been 14 new historic violations, 2 historic re-inspections, 4 new JV violations, 6 JV re-inspections, 2 tagged vehicles, 2 new litter violations, 14 litter re-inspections, 45 new weed violations, 125 weed re-inspections, to a total of 214 inspections for the month of July.
Any questions? Anybody have any concerns? Great job. Thank you. Appreciate what you do.
And she also came to our annual Oaks Historic meeting and gave a great report, so thank you for your time for coming after hours to that.
We really need to see about getting a door hanger or something that we can get on the doors of every house in the historic district to say, these are what the requirements are.
We are,
Yeah.
as a neighborhood association, we have created a welcoming committee. And we're working with the realtors, and they will be getting a little bag, a little welcome bag.
Nice.
And it will have information for them to become familiar with the Oaks Historic District. We're seeing a lot of this, and we're trying to, as people move in, we're gonna, introduce them to the neighborhood. So that's one of the things that we're working on.
Very good.
If the city would pay for that door hanger, I bet we could get the manpower to go door to door.
I can look into that, for sure.
But if y'all would cover the cost,
That's good, great.
we can do the elbow grease.
Yeah, because it's just a matter of
We're
telling
covering the
somebody we're
costs.
online, you can go look at the requirements and the deals, don't build, don't change your property until you read this.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of it, and we've had this discussion in our board meetings, that, some of them are, person-to-person sale or private sale. And so it doesn't go through a realtor, and so, not that the realtors tell the new owners anyway, but still, it's even less communication when it's private sale.
And you might wanna have some type of follow-up past the door hanger, just because,
Yeah. Well,
that initial move-in is kinda chaotic and things
Well-
get shoved in a,
We went out
drawer.
and bought canvas bags with the Oaks Historic District logo on it. and, we've put pamphlets together, so we will knock and greet them and say, hi, how you doing, and all that,
Communicate
so.
it then.
To the new homeowners, I think the door hangers are, let's just go ahead and blanket everybody, cause people may have
Right.
forgotten, or they, you know, lived there for so long and they haven't done any improvements, but they're planning on it, but definitely the committee, yeah, there's a whole new package that they're gonna get, so hopefully they'll feel welcome to Old Town, but also, know that there are some requirements.
Good. I think that's a very good step, very good.
All right, is there any other business that needs to come before the commission? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you all, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good to see you.